Viewers, welcome to another episode from Anything About Everything. This episode is going to be pretty interesting. It's going to be about astrology. A PhD doctorate person who studied non-renewable energy, non-renewable resource of energy, and like how his interest towards astrology came into his life, and what is he doing right now, and how does he practice it, and someone who's interested in it, how they can practice, how they can know more about it, or how they can get into practicing it. So this is going to be an interesting episode, and I'm excited to bring him on board. Hi Kiran, how's it going?
Hi Raghu. I'm doing all
How's
right.
your are you excited to start your new job?
Yeah, a couple of days more to start the new job, and then it's going to be an exciting start over again. I should say.
You're working for a brand new startup, right? Like how does that play into your you know um, goals and life goals and stuff?
It is going to be interesting. Going from I've always worked for larger companies, like 10,000, 15,000 employee companies, and now I'll be going into something. It's like pretty much it's still in stealth mode. It's not even like announced to the public. So it's going to be an interesting journey from 17,000 to being like a third or fourth employee. So it's
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Didn't you mention you're working with the guy who worked at Tesla and stuff? Something in that you work for a very interesting project, right?
Yeah, he is a former Tesla engineer. That had an interesting idea. He came out of Tesla and formed his own company, and now this is his second rodeo in the renewable energy space.
Mhm.
So some pretty interesting work that's happening that I'll get to be part of, which I'm excited about.
Is it going to be, again? I might be jumping hoops here. Is it going to be one of those industry which going to be like disruptive industry, or like how does this industry space in the market, like your stuff
Well,
that you.
for the longest time, the automobile industry, or the energy industry was depending on oil and gas, right? So now there is a big impetus, there's a big push driven by climate change to seriously consider alternative energy sources.
Mhm.
Uh, and that is, being supported big time by governments from all across the world. And we are at an interesting space in America because the technology itself is not uh, old. I mean, it's not. I'm sorry, it's not anything new, but the ability to adopt it at a mass scale and move away from the fossil fuels is what makes it very lucrative, and is the whole thing is driven by a simple point that we need to move away from fossils.
Mm.
And so any and every alternative resource to fossils is going to be considered seriously. And the government here is driving very hard to support new uh, companies coming into the space to enable that. Basically, we want to change the way people consume, or people see what their major energy resource is going to look like. That is moving away from the fossil fuels.